Hello and welcome. I'm Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and today it's about answering your questions. And today's questions are all based on bacteria. In fact, it's bad bacteria. How do you get rid of it? Well, I know you've heard me teach so much about the microbiome, and the more we understand how God designed our bodies, the more we can see through the gift of His food how healing is possible. And that's the beauty of what I'm going to share with you today. So thanks for letting me share this with you today and to share God's recipe for excellent health. Make sure you're subscribed to these different channels that we are sharing on so that you and I can stay connected and I can keep updating you on more teachings. Now at the end of today's video, I like doing these Q&A videos because I like giving away free products. I'm going to be giving away the superfood. If we're going to talk about bacteria and how to feed healthy bacteria, then yeah, this is the food that's going to help make that happen. Sometimes it's difficult when I teach you to eat 7 to 9 cups of vegetables a day. You're like, Annette, that's too much. Or I teach you to eat different foods that are very specific for healing the microbiome, and you say, Annette, I just don't like it that much. Well, this way we can get the foods we need into our microbiome without having to worry about it. So this is called the GBX Superfoods. GBX means it stands for the gut-brain axis. And so it's going to bring the healing that you want. And yes, my husband's not going to eat asparagus and Jerusalem artichoke hearts and all of that every day, but he does do 1 to 2 scoops of this every day to make it happen. And I'm just going to give away this for free and wait till the end of this video to see if you are today's winner. If you're saying, hey, I want a free copy of that or a free bottle of that, then go to either Amazon or my website, thebiblicalnutritionist.com, leave a review of one of my books. And just so I make sure I'm clear on this, my new book is out, 7 Foods of the Promised Land. I will tell you, this is my favorite book of all time that I've ever written, because we are looking into scripture and seeing what about these 7 foods is so specific and why God chose these foods. You're going to so love this book. If you love the Bible and you love food, you're going to love this book. So check this out, but be sure and write a review on our website or on Amazon so that you can be the next winner. A question was submitted that says, when you talk about bacteria, and as you talk about bad bacteria and the microbial, I got to thinking, do you have any advice about how someone can successfully find out if they have parasites? I lived overseas for a while and I've been okay at times, but have definitely not been okay at other times. And I've just really wondered if that could be the case. Thanks for your input. This was submitted by Aaron. Really good question. Anyone who has traveled overseas can bring home new friends. Any country can introduce parasites. And there are estimates that at least 50% of people are carrying around some unwanted friend in their body. So it's time to get rid of the unwanted. So here are 3 steps you can do. You can choose 1, 2, or all 3 of them to make sure you don't have any friends hanging out with you that you don't want. I also encourage anytime that you travel to another country, even to Cancun or to Panama, when you come home, do a parasite cleanse. Also, the amount of food in our produce section is at least 50% shipped in from other countries, and every one of those pieces of produce can have parasites that have hitched a ride into America. We seem to have a lot of people that want to live in America right now. So make sure you pay attention to the food, make sure you wash your produce really well. I have a video on how to wash your produce using hydrogen peroxide and vinegar to get rid of any parasites. So you need to make sure you watch that video and you learn from it. Many people aren't aware that they can order their own blood work, so I'll put a link to those tests down below. Or just ask your physician or your nurse practitioner, say, hey, I want a parasite test, and demand that they do it. Next, we take measures to always be feeding the healthy bacteria and eating foods that kill off parasites. So that would be the top food, which is garlic. 1 to 2 cloves of garlic per day, just add it into your cooking before you heat it up, is excellent. Also, apple cider vinegar, if you were to do 1 to 2 to 3 teaspoons a day, it's going to help kill off any parasites. Beyond that, it's about what can we enjoy eating. So that's your nuts and your seeds. High fiber is going to be very important. One seed that's especially really good for parasites, getting rid of them, is raw pumpkin seeds. Just adding 1 cup daily into your diet. If you were to do this for 2 weeks, just add 1 cup either into your smoothie or on top of your salad, and you're just doing it for a short time period. Next, we look for supplements. Now, supplements that claim to do a parasite cleanse, it's very likely that they do. The herbs that should be included would be wormwood, berberine, myrrh, anise, oregano, and golden seal. And it's important that many times parasites can be life-threatening, and doctors may order a long myriad of tests, but never really test for parasites. And that can be the underlying reason for so many other issues. So ask your doctor, actually I say demand, that they order a parasite check. If you're having multiple tests and you're finding no answers or diagnosis, get a parasite check. Even if you have a diagnosis, that doesn't mean it's accurate. It could be still based on a parasite. And at least you will know for sure if it's a parasite or not once you've had the test. Now, other parasites can affect your immune system. They can cause long-term fatigue, they can cause nausea, weight loss, weight gain, or mental issues. And at the pharmacy, you can actually take Pepto-Bismol and kaopectate, and sometimes that helps with the symptoms of parasites. So there are times I do send you to the pharmacy. I'll put a link down below to the different blood work that you can have done for this specific purpose. Now, the winner for today's video to get the GBX Superfood, this is going to Caitlin. Caitlin, thanks for writing a review of my book, and also for everyone else, don't forget to check out 7 Foods of the Promised Land. Totally my best book ever. This has been published by Bold Vision Books, so I'm super excited about Bold Vision. It's taken me on as one of their authors and publishing this book for me. So if you are Caitlin and you wrote the review of one of my books, just send an email to info@thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and in the email, give us your address so that we can ship this out to you. And it's totally free, so you get to enjoy it for free. For the rest of you, if you want your questions answered, please go to our private Facebook group, Biblical Nutrition Academy, and when you join, we're going to say, hey, what question do you have? Now, if you say, hey, Annette, I'm just not into Facebook anymore, that's okay. Just write an email to info@thebiblicalnutritionist.com and say, I have a question for Annette. It is finally here, my latest book, and this is such a treasure. I am so excited about this book, 7 Foods of the Promised Land. Why these 7 foods? Does it really matter? Why didn't he choose broccoli? You know how I teach about that. But no, these 7 foods are so specific. God had a purpose for each one of these foods to be a lesson for us to learn from. The way he shares his love through these 7 foods is incredible. Not only how nutritious they are for us, but how delicious they are for us and how spiritually encouraging they are for us. I can't wait for you to get your hands on my new book, 7 Foods of the Promised Land. Be sure and check out any of your retailers. It's available everywhere, even on my website. And while you check it out and read this book and enjoy it, be sure and leave a review on Amazon or our website. I'm going to be doing some fun giveaways for people who leave a review. Thanks for watching, and I really want you to check out 7 Foods of the Promised Land.